it's Karina here. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. Today I want to share with you how to do a belly flutter and 3 drills to practice at home to make a really strong visible belly flutter. So for those of you who don't know what a belly flutter is, it's basically a shimmy of your belly and it looks like this. And the belly flutter is powered by your diaphragm muscle. Your diaphragm muscle is a pancake-shaped muscle that sits right below your lungs. And so when you inhale, it drops down, giving your lungs space to expand. And then when you exhale, it rises up, helping to push the air out of your lungs. So when you do a belly flutter, you're actually manipulating that movement in your diaphragm of up and down until it creates that wave look in your belly. Now, there are a few really important keys to getting a successful belly flutter. One of them is holding your breath. This is the one move in dance where you are not allowed to breathe. You have to hold your breath, otherwise the flutter won't happen. The second part is that you want to make sure you're pulling your belly in and up in the correct way. What I mean by this is you're not actually going to go and use your breath. You're not actually going to inhale air from the outside in to pull your belly in. You're holding your breath first and then sucking your belly in and up like this. And you'll notice that when you pull in, this part of your throat, your jugular notch, is actually gonna go in a lot too. You see? So when you see that part of your throat going in, you're pulling your belly in the correct way. All right, so the second part is posture, especially in your pelvis. If you look at yourself in the mirror and you notice that your pelvis is kind of tilting back and you have an arch in your lower back and your butt is sticking out, you're gonna have a hard time getting that flutter to show. So make sure that your pelvis is nice and neutral, and one way to see that is with your pant line to see that that's parallel to the floor, right? So it's not angled this way or that way, it's just parallel. All right, so once that's parallel and you're holding your breath and you're sucking your belly in the correct way, then all you have to do is just push, push, push until you can go really fast. Now, there are 3 drills that will help you train your diaphragm muscle and find the feeling of the flutter. So the first drill is called the Zill drill, and I learned this from one of my very first belly dance teachers, Melanie Kareem. She's out in Topanga Canyon, so if you're in the Los Angeles area, definitely take a class with her. She's amazing. And so the Zill drill, you're gonna actually do sitting down, grab your Zills. Actually, you can use any kind of small weighted thing, whether it's a coin or a small pebble, your lip gloss. You can really use anything, but I use my Zills because that's how I was taught. So here we go. All right, so you're gonna grab your Zills or your small weighted thing. I'm gonna start off with one for now. You're gonna lay down on your back onto your elbows here. You don't have to go all the way down. And you can have your knees bent if that's comfortable or straight, it doesn't really matter. And you're gonna place the Zill right on your belly, right above your belly button, near your belly button. And then you're gonna practice the pulling in of your belly and pushing out a few times. So you go in and out. And then speed it up, and you wanna try to bounce the Zill off your belly. And then sometimes it'll just fall off or move down. So go ahead, pick up the Zill and place it again back up there. And try again. So you suck in and flutter. All right. And then the second drill is seated, and this is using gravity to help you to find your flutter. So you kind of lean forward, let your belly just hang really loose. You don't want to contract your abs whatsoever. And same thing, you're gonna pull in and then push out, in, out, in. And push, 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 and flutter. All right, so now when you feel like you've figured out how to isolate your diaphragm and move it slightly, it might be small at first, but you've kind of figured out the feeling, then you can try doing it standing up. One way to help find that feeling and get that flutter to get bigger is again to use gravity. So it helps to round your back and kind of slouch so that your belly is nice and loose and just hanging down. And then same thing, you're gonna go in and push out, go in and push out. And then speed it up. And then eventually you can bring yourself upright until you can do it standing totally straight. So there you have it. Those are my tricks and techniques for a belly flutter. I hope you like it, and let me know if you have any questions.